Okay guys, we are back. The long-awaited return to the putter studio. It has been a long, long time.
Slight hiatus.
Yes, but we are back in the putter studio.
Good.
And for good reason. Kind of king of the mallet putters is the Taylormade Spider. Is there any doubt in that?
It's established itself, yeah.
It really has. It feels like on tour, certainly in the pro shops, anytime I talk to PJ pros on the green grass level, they say the putter they sell the most is the Spider. We're looking at the new GT Max, Spider GT Max.
And pretty damn interesting because I've never seen slidable weights in a putter. The sliding weight track will remind people almost of something from a driver. You know,
we've kind of got a similar thing going on here. So 2 tracks, 2 40-gram sliding weights.
It's a lot, eh?
It's a lot. It's a lot of weight to move around. And you need it because to move center of gravity, you need a lot of weight to do that. So here we have about 12 millimeters of center of gravity change, CG change. So it does, go from the weights being in the rear position where it stabilizes the face to the weights being forward, which helps rotate the face.
So essentially, if I miss all my putts right, I probably want the weights forward.
Yes.
If I pull everything or I kind of turn it over, I want the weights in the back. And if you're lucky enough to just have a pure stroke, you could, I've got them in the 2s, that's all baseline, but you could just leave it in the 2s.
That's exactly it. So really depending on your guys' individual strokes, you have multiple options. So there's 2 necks, there's a single bend neck, there's a short slant neck.
Which we have.
So, I mean, it's really a bit of a Swiss Army knife.
It really is. So talking about toe hang, obviously, like I've got the weights in the 2, the center.
Neutral position.
You've estimated, I think correctly, about 20 degrees.
Yeah.
If I move the weights back, you are essentially increasing the toe hang because it keeps the face from rotating as fast.
So if we go weight back, we're going to get that face to be more neutral.
Right.
So it will resist the rotation.
Gotcha.
A little bit more, and then we move it forward, and it will increase the rate of rotation a little bit more.
Very cool. So we'll start with it in the 2s.
Yeah.
Might as well just get a couple baseline numbers.
Yeah, let's do it. And then that's the beauty of Quintic, guys, is that we have that rate of rotation number. We have the face angle closure rate in degrees per second. So we just hit a putt warming up there, and we'll hit a few more in the neutral position, but 28 degrees of rotation warming up. So I'm just super curious. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I mean, if we just go into that, we can see a medium amount of rotation is 15 to 40. You're right in the middle of that.
Okay.
So
cool.
Super low rotation, is 0 to 15, and then high rates of rotation are up over kind of 40, 45 degrees.
So it'd be cool if we could see 15 to 20 between weight positions. That would kind of prove that it's 80 grams total of weight is actually functioning.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's hit a couple. Let's get some baseline numbers.
Felt nice.
Good job. Slight heel strike on the strike. Face was good. Face within 2 degrees of the last one.
Nice.
A nice stable one. Bit of a bouncy bomb.
Yeah, it felt a little bit out of the heel again, but it obviously kept the ball in line pretty nice. Didn't affect the face.
Totally. Yep. Very, very good. So, where you are right now with this, obviously you're doing a really nice job on, you've got the shaft angle forward a bit, we've got a little bit of a downward angle attack. That's where we're getting a little bit of the sort of excess pop from, and a little bit in the backspin. If we go to look at your putting, your delivery data, quite an incredible low rate of rotation. So for that putter to only change 1.08 degrees between 3 inches and impact, so 3 inches prior to impact and out, if it only changes 1 degree in rotation, obviously people get very fixated on launch and spin. I don't really care if you're 3.29 degrees of launch, if your face is that stable.
Controlling the face. Yeah. Like if you're going to prioritize it, face angles can.
If you're going to prioritize it, absolutely, getting that putt on the right start line is going to be the key. These other parts can fall in place down the chain, but that is by far the most important.
Awesome.
Okay.
Where do you want to move it first, forward or
back? Let's go back.
Sure.
Let's move it back. Okay, Matty boy. So we've moved the weights into the rear position.
Right.
So going to be more resistant to rotation, good for the player who misses left.
Right, so if you pull it a lot,
that's the idea.
Yeah, this will keep the face more open and square.
Yeah, so if we look at your rate of rotation so far, you've been 28 degrees closure, 26 closure, 19 closure. So it was decreasing as a whole. We averaged at 24. So we should see that
dip below 20.
Yeah, should see that change a little bit. So how much we see it change will be very interesting. Lovely.
Good putt, yeah. Nothing negative to say about it.
Okay, so similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, 26. Best strike of the bunch, that one for you. It was most,
felt
most
good,
centered, yeah.
Yeah, it felt good.
Excellent. Well, we've got the laser there. It can show how well the ball is tracking relative to a well-delivered club face.
Yeah, this is really helpful, this little laser.
Yeah, you've got the face angle at 0.06. I mean, it's blue to indicate that's what the robot would basically do.
Right.
That's
it feels really, whatever we've done, I know we've changed the weights.
Yeah.
This putter feels very easy to deliver to square, which I guess just indicates that the toe hang suits me well. But it's one of the, I mean, I don't remember getting this many easy kind of readings out of any putter.
This face angle that we're looking at right now is remarkably good. The rate of rotation range is remarkably good. Again, it's hard to say definitively. We need to probably stand here for, go through the hours worth of session, but your twist rate, the stability of the putter has increased.
Oh.
We talk a lot about moving the weight back in the driver, the higher MOI drivers, they're harder to twist.
That's interesting.
You've really improved your rate rotation. So not rate rotation, sorry,
the
rate
twist
twist
performance. Yeah.
I would say, for you, the only thing I would really kind of pick up on so far, if we were in the studio together doing this as a fit, I would say your launch angle being on that high side.
Yes.
Is sort of not ideal, and potentially that face. If we were on a tour green, I'd probably pop that face out with they've got aluminum bars that are tilted at a 45-degree angle designed to create launch. I'd probably take those out and swap them out for a conventional face if we were doing a fit on a PGA Tour event.
Just to bring the launch down a bit.
Go exit and forward a little bit more.
That's cool, yeah.
I mean, those launch numbers are okay for players who are playing, maybe municipal greens or not the fastest greens out there. But when we start looking into, let's take that last one for example, launch angle.
What'd that launch at?
4.4.
So that's very much on the high side.
Yeah. So we're looking at like 1.5 to 2 is our sweet spot really. So we're a bit above that.
That's cool that the face does that much, though, for the person that actually needs that.
Totally.
Felt pretty good, too.
Okay, so if we were, I mean, again,
whoa,
tremendous.
That rotation, that's crazy.
So it has decreased, it really has. So we were 28, 26, 19, we're 26, 22, 16.
Interesting.
It has incrementally, at almost the same rate, it has decreased as we've went along. So it is working. It had a little bit of twist, but still less than any other value that you had, and then it was 25.
Okay, so it did a little better.
Yep, so just so everyone can see.
It didn't feel the cleanest, but obviously, like the head is very resistant to twisting.
Totally. We had a little bit of forward rotation there, so that was a nice one. You had your rates of angle of attack and shaft angle in a much better place on that one.
Yeah.
Again, it's the face. Those bars are just giving you that extra kick up.
Yep.
But I mean, there's not much not to like. It's the only red on the page is that launch angle, and I don't think that's you. I think that's just the tech.
The face works really well that way.
What it's doing. All right. Why don't we switch it around
to the front?
Yep. All right, Larry, we're on to position number
3.
1. Oh, is it?
They call it 3. Okay. 1 is actually the back.
Oh, okay, so furthest forward.
Yeah, furthest forward.
Yeah. Again, for that player who leaves the face maybe a little bit open.
And pushes putts.
And pushes their putts a little bit.
Yeah.
This is where we would expect to see that rate of rotation in degrees per second, maybe sneak into the high 20s, low 30s.
That would be a pretty significant change.
It would be if we can, because if our lowest values have been 16 and 19 so far, and if we can see some in and around that high 20s, low 30s, and see up to a 15 degree change in rotation, I mean that would be significant. Lovely. Oh, that was.
Is that a better
I tell you
roll?
what, that's a way better roll.
Was it? Yeah.
We'll see it in the launch angle here. You literally, you called it immediately, and I could see it as well. Totally
So
different.
it wasn't hopping.
Nope.
Oh, some blue.
Some good numbers on the twist.
I agree. It was
strike.
it did feel like it caught the left side of the hole. Felt like a pretty center strike. Okay, up a little bit there, yeah.
Rotation up a little bit. Face is starting to get a little bit closed.
Yeah, it caught the left edge of the hole, so I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Interesting. I definitely feel like I'm kind of sneaking them in the left side of the hole.
Okay, first 3 putts, your average rate of rotation. Really, that's what we're focused on here, right?
Yeah.
Was 24. Okay. The next 3, your average was 22.
So less with the weights back.
Yep. And then the next 3, you average 26. 26, 24, 22.
Okay, so people will probably be looking at it as not much,
Minimal,
but it did work.
but it absolutely is doing its job. Well, what was really interesting actually was the face angle actually got shut.
It did. So that, for the person who's hitting pushes that had an open face, that would have gotten the face more square for them. I just didn't need that adjustment, that's all.
No. So I think it's safe to say we've got something that works.
This is a successful technology, there's no doubt about
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it can move the rate of rotation in the right number, it can move the face angle in the right number.
Which is big, as you said, if it can move the face angle for people, that's a big deal. Yeah, so I think, when I first saw it come out of the box, I thought, well, that's different, for sure. And my only thought, we were talking to the boys, is I literally said, like, I wonder if that does anything, you know what I mean? And as soon as you were just looking at the spec sheet, as soon as you said they're 40-gram weights each, that's the first time I thought, okay, this might do something.
If you saw like 2 8s or something sliding around, you'd be like, not enough in this.
Yeah. But 40 grams is significant, and it obviously produced enough of a difference that in a fitting you would have fine-tuned a weight setting for me. Ironically, would have been the middle one, but that doesn't matter. It'd be different for every different person. But it's a good putter.
I think what we're going to be finding is more. There's going to be more spiders in play than ever before, and that's going to be quite something. I think the shape.
There's already a lot.
There's a lot out there. I think the shape is good.
It is good.
I think it sits really good and square. I'm a real stickler for a putter that sits square. And
it does sit very
That
nicely.
one sits really, really nice.
Yep.
Probably if we had anything, to say, that face.
Something to watch out for if you launch it too high already. If you don't launch it high, this is a dream.
If you're somebody who kind of squeeze it a little bit, you're right.
This would be sweet.
For everything we see as a problem, it is a solution for someone else. Yeah. Be interesting if down the line this became an option as well, and you could pull CG.
Because that's a 2.5 gram weight.
2.5 grams, so not too impactful there. But if that could become a higher number, and you could actually pull CG down a little bit,
cool.
you could actually influence rotation. Because looking at the numbers there at the end, you were actually very good on roll.
Yeah.
And you just weren't great on launch. So if you had the ability to change vertical CG, you could actually influence that launch and roll a little bit more.
That's very cool. Because for now, this is probably for swing weight. Is that what you're thinking?
Purely, just as a little
like which grip
a balancing thing, exactly. Yeah.
No, that would be really cool.
Yeah. More again, fitting options, guys. When you get into the studio and you see all the different options, I think it was only a matter of time before putters like this came out that meant that you could have 30 putters, but you may have 400 options. That type of thing.
Yeah. It's getting that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting that way with different weights. Other putter brands giving interchangeable head and shaft combinations, even 3 pieces, a shaft piece, a neck piece, and a head piece that can be individually changed modular.
That'd be something,
So there's one company, we'll do some videos on that very, very soon. So
I'd like to do that.
That'll be fun. So loads of options, guys. The one club that we make the most strokes with in the round, take those putts from 35 around down to 31. Anyone who gets offered 4 strokes off their handicap is going to be literally showing you the credit card and where to swipe.
Yeah, as fast as they can.
Exactly.
Love it.
Definitely make sure you pay attention to that within your own game, guys. We promise, and we always say it, we promise.
It wouldn't be a putting video if we didn't promise to do more putting.
We promise we'll do more putting. Yeah. But you'll probably see us here next year. So
yes.
this time next year. Okay, stay tuned for more, guys. We'll see you again soon.